Now let's go to the dashboard. We're going to hit user interfaces. I'm going to create a new user interface. I'm going to start with a basic public website. We're going to create a production and a staging application. We're going to click confirm. And here we've got a really basic website. So I'm going to change the preview down to a tablet. And I'm going to click the blocks option on the left-hand side, and we'll just drag one of these example blocks, a dynamic list block, onto the screen here. And here we can choose the content type to be a car. We can add our filter rule to do what we did before, where we say we only want to find cars that are a Ford or a Toyota or something like that. And what you'll see is nothing actually appears on the screen. Now the reason why is because in this preview it's actually displaying the preview just like our actual website. So I'm going to hit save here, and if we click publish in the top right hand corner, you'll see that we've actually got a sandbox application and a production application. Now neither of these applications, if I click this to open it up, if I open up this application, it's still not going to be able to load that content. So the reason is because the application does not have permissions to load cars. So we're going to click this cog up here to get the application. We're going to click edit on this, and we're going to click permissions. And you'll see that when we created the interface, it created a role, and we can edit that role and update its permissions. So let's click car over here. We're going to tick that it can view any cars, and it can view the title, the make, the model, the fuel type, the variants, and those variants descriptions and titles. And we also want to get the slug, and I think that should pretty much do us. There's nothing else really that needs to be, the public website needs to get access to. So we'll hit save, and we'll close this. And now you can see we have our list of matches for our cars over here. Now on the website, I'm going to create a new page, a new route, sorry, and we're going to call this the car detail route, and we'll click confirm. And what we want to do is make it so that we can load in dynamically cars based on the URL. So I'm going to click up here, I'm going to click edit, and instead of the car detail being at /car detail, I'm going to do /car / I'm going to put a colon here and write slug, which means that this is now a dynamic variable. I'm going to click confirm, and we can see up here that now we've got a slug of what the website would look like / the slug that it's expecting. Now I don't know any of the slugs that I created off by heart, so we'll go back to the home page over here. I'm going to click this dynamic list, and I'm going to click the route to link to, and we're going to choose that car detail page. And now you'll see that these all become links. So if I click this, it's actually going to take me over to the page, and it's going to inject that slug. Now what we can do is click the blocks over here and add a custom code block onto the screen. And we'll get rid of some of this junk. This is a Vue.js, a Vue 3 application, component. And here I'm going to just get rid of some of this code, and we'll do a pre-tag, and let's see what details we've got. So I'm going to use the SDK app service and the current route, and let's just refresh over here, and you'll see that what we get is we're on the car detail page. We've got the name and the title of the route, we've got the parameters that it's coming through, and then because Quick has understood that this is a slug that we're likely going to want to load, it's actually gone ahead and loaded that for us. You can see it's got all the details over here. So I'm going to add a computed, first I'm going to show you if I added .route, I can do .items, and you'll see now I've got this over here. I can do .slug over here, and then we can get our title. So if we wanted to put that in like maybe a H1 at the top of the screen, we can do sdk.app.route .items, .slug, and we'll just refresh this, and you can see we've got Toyota Land Cruiser there. Now this is going to be a pain to print out if we're going to have to run through that whole path every single time we want to stick something on the screen. So what I'm going to do is go up here, I'm going to add a comma, I'm going to add computed functions, computed properties over here, and we're just going to call this the car, and this is going to return this.sdk.app.route.items.slug. So then over here, what we can do is just happily write car, and we'll just refresh this, and now you can see it's a lot easier for us to spit out the details. So I can create let's just create a panel over here from our UI kit. I think this is correct. We can do a H5, and we'll do a V4 loop. This is all just view 3 code. We're going to write variant in car.data.variant, and here we'll do variant, if I can spell, .title, and then we could print out the description or something like that. We could also print out maybe a H4 here with car.data.make, and let's give this some styling. Let's go wrap, put this down here, we'll write some code here, we'll go margin auto, max width 960 pixels, and let's do some padding as well, 1em. And now we've got a page. If we hit save, we can publish our changes, and we'll just publish this as a production ready snapshot. And if we click our production website, click the Ford Ranger, you can see Ford Ranger loads in there. If we go back, we can click the Land Cruiser content goes back in there, and F-150 Lightning, so on and so forth.